Well, welcome everybody. Your senior class has completed their nursing assisting training. I have a few remarks. Good morning and welcome. This is our first annual Nurse Aide pinning ceremony. The modern pinning ceremony dates back to the 1860s when Florence Nightingale was awarded the Red Cross of St. George in recognition for her tireless service to the injured during the Crimean War. To share the honor, she in turn presented the Medal of Excellence to all of her graduates. The practice of pinning new graduates was standard throughout the United States beginning in 1916. The Health Occupations team of instructors wants to honor the accomplishments of our nursing assisting students. These young ladies have completed 3 years of health occupations and the nursing assisting state-approved program in the first semester of their senior year. When they receive their certificates of completion today, then they apply to the state of Pennsylvania and be listed on the registry upon passing their exam. In honor of their accomplishments, members of the sophomore and junior class decorated the lab. We health occupations instructors feel that it is necessary to develop camaraderie and encourage teamwork among our students. Teamwork is of utmost importance in the healthcare field, and who better to demonstrate this than their teachers. I will close with a quote from Florence Nightingale. Nursing is an art. And if it is to be made an art, it requires an exclusive devotion, as hard a preparation as any painter or sculptor. For what is the having to do with dead canvas or dead marble compared with having to do with the living body, the temple of God's Spirit? It is one of the fine arts, I had almost said, the finest of fine arts. When Miss Hawkins and Miss Wentz call your name, you'll walk down the pathway to your future. I have your pin and your certificate. You'll come down the other side of the stairs, signifying you're walking into your future. Miss Hawkins has a rose for you. Miss Wentz has a gift bag. Miss Downside.
Mrs. Coons and I clearly remember the first year that we had all of you in our class. We already knew that year how special of a class you were, and we saw the great potential that all of you had to become future members of the healthcare team. Look at you now. There is a quote written by Johann Wolfgang that I think fits a description of your dedication to the CNA class. He states, "Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do." I believe in my heart that this is what you all did. You knew the information, and you applied that information in a clinical setting, and you were not just willing to be there going through the motions. From what I understand from a very special friend of mine, you completed your CNA duties with grace and diligence. Ms. Wentz, Mrs. Hawkins, Ms. Kuntz and I are very proud of you. And Mrs. Kuntz and I knew you could do it from the first day we met you. We just knew it in our hearts. I would like to leave you with this quote from Mother Teresa as a way to assist you in continuing your path that you have made toward your CNA careers. It is not how much you do, but how much you love put in the doing. Congratulations, girls, and good luck out there. Mrs. Kuntz and I will forever be grateful for the awesome students you have become. Now, we'll go on to the pinning ceremony.
You will each be escorted by Ms. Brooks. Stacia Altais. Crystal Brown. Anizette Fernandez. Alexandra Fulton. Patria Jameson. Elizabeth Lopez. Jensen Miller. Evelise Morales. Christina Peters. Rosalind Rugel. Ashley Thompson. Amy Wertz. excited
Yeah.
to start your new future. It's been a pleasure to have the opportunity to work with you, even if it's just been for a short time. Maybe I've been able to coach you a little tiny bit, or give you a piece of advice, whether it was with a bedpan or a boy, something along those lines, okay? You will find that we have given you today a small bag, which we like to call a remembrance bag. And I've seen a few puzzled looks as you kind of glance in it. Inside the bag, there are some very unusual things. It's an assortment of things, and you're going to be a little puzzled about that. And for those of you who don't know what's in the bag, I'd like to share with you that it contains a candle, a button, a Band-Aid, an eraser, a toothpick, and I think there's one more thing. Oh, a Hershey Kiss, yes. Your other instructors and I have selected those gifts very specifically for reasons. There's a small scroll inside your bag as well. To save you the trouble, I'm going to read what it says. We've composed a poem that will explain why you're receiving each one of those special items. Farewell, seniors. We thought about what to give you, what would mean something deep and true. What can we give our seniors, we ask ourselves, that will make them remember you? We've decided upon a few things, but first you will think that we're cheap. Just let us explain in one last lesson before you take this huge leap. The first thing is a toothpick, to remind you of the importance of choices. You must always pick and choose wisely, and listen carefully to those inner voices. The next thing is an eraser, because you will make mistakes. Try to learn from each one to better yourself. This will save your heart from breaks. The button is really a piece of advice to simply think before you speak. Learn when to keep your mouth closed, to hold your words with tongue in cheek. You are bound to experience losses and pain. It's just part of how life works. For this, we've given you a Band-Aid to help heal the wounds it hurts. The candle is given to help you if you become lost along life's way. Its light will always remind you that tomorrow is a brand new day. The kiss is simply a reminder, to your chosen profession be true. Take what you've learned here at Tech and go forward. Be respectful, be happy, we love you. Mrs. Hawkins will have some closing remarks.
Congratulations. We are very proud of you and what you have accomplished. Some people spend most of their lives trying to figure out what they want to be when they grow up. But you have chosen to work in a career that is promising and rewarding and not about you. It amazes me that you are so young, yet you know what it is you want to do with your life. You want to help people. That's more than something you learn in a classroom. It's within your heart to help people. You have chosen to work in a career where you will be caring for others. While some young people your age, and I mean no disrespect, are only concerned about what's happening after school or this weekend, you are thinking about the resident who has needs. Although their needs may seem small to some, to them the smallest need can be the greatest. And most times they can't meet that need on their own. They need help. They need someone like you to help them. They need someone who cares. And you have proven you know how to do the task set before you. It's not easy work. In fact, it may be the hardest work you'll ever do. But one smile or thank you from one of your residents will make it seem worthwhile. What you do matters to the people who need you most. You have an awesome responsibility ahead of you. Every person you encounter is somebody's loved one, somebody's grandmother or grandfather or mom or dad. By doing your best to take care of them, you are putting to rest the worries of the people who leave them after the visiting hours are over. Grandma will tell them about the good care you give to her, and the family can rest on what you do. What you do matters, and we are very proud of you. Thank you for your service, caring for others as you do, with confidence in what you do, and compassion for those whom you serve. Congratulations again. And we have a final farewell.
Well, you know, I can't pass up one last opportunity to preach. I know you're tired of hearing my voice. It's been 4 years, but this semester, 6 periods, a day, every day. Bear with me. Know yourself. Take time to think. Use good judgment. Make plans. Be optimistic. Give yourself to your task, whatever it may be. Learn to say no. Amend your faults. Get up when you're knocked down. It's been my honor being your teacher for the past 4 years. Wherever life takes you and wherever you work, you will be great healthcare workers. You will make our world a better place. Remember, to the world, you're a one person, but to one person, you make it. Congratulations.